Hello.
I'm Quacksilver. Thank you so much for making this happen. I'm joined by Allison 8-Bit on the microphone.
Hi there, I'm Allison. I'm a Souls-like enjoyer and a moderator for this game on SRC.
And we have so much to talk about and so little time to do it in, and I'm going to be talking at 500 miles an hour, so we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1... Go. This is another Crab's Treasure. It is an indie Souls-like by Aggro Crab, the greatest dev team to ever do it. We play as Krill, whose shell is currently being repossessed because the ocean has taxes now. I'm so sorry. You will find at the beginning of this game that in the casual playthrough, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to confront the Duchess who taxed the land and got our shell repossessed. However, because this is a speedrun, we're actually going to be skipping the entire first story arc, the first 3 bosses, and doing basically everything out of order. It's great. Play this game casually. The story is amazing, but we don't have time to get into all the nuances right now. Now, you'll notice that I'm playing on English. English is not actually the fastest speedrun language, but I'm here for 2 reasons. Number 1, it means I get the opportunity to shout out the amazing auto mash that the community has legalized for use in speedruns to make that time gap almost minuscule. And number 2, because my favorite sport is irritating Souls-like enjoying men by intentionally losing time in a speedrun. There, I just press the die instantly button, because this game has a die instantly button, because it's better than your favorite game. And we did that to move our save point ahead a little bit, and now we're going to get into some momentum shenanigans almost immediately. You'll notice that I bunny hopped my way down that first slope to pick up our initial weapon, and our only weapon for this run, the fork. I'm immediately going to use it to start cheating. In just a second here, we're going to be doing an attack called a charged attack launch, or CAL for short. You'll probably hear me abbreviate it a lot. Basically what this is by interrupting our charge attack in a 2-frame window, Krill yeets himself forward, and that is all of our movement. I'm going to focus up for a sec because these enemies one-shot me, and we're going to combine CALs with bunny hopping to get a ton of momentum. I'm skipping the entire tutorial section right now. You're supposed to go down there.
Well, I heard you need to focus, and I'm an agent of chaos, and I'm not going to let you do that, so I'm going to read a donation. How about that?
Do it.
All right, fantastic. I'm going to read 2, why not? We have $25 from Zonk, who says, Quack! So cool to see you as a runner and host Fred Patel, showing off this silly and beautiful game for a serious and beautiful cause. We need to see that crab rave, and I believe in the first try.
Let's go. Thank you, Zonk.
Just to make sure you're completely off, not focusing whatsoever, how about a $500 donation from Meatbag Esquire, who says, instructions not clear. Last time had to write haikus. Lesbian crab rave? P.S. Hi, Quack. Always great to see you on the stage. And that has pushed us over $1,000 for the IRL lesbian crab rave. We are 20% of the way there, chat! Exclamation point donate. Let's see this happen.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That crab is the worst enemy in the game. Well, that's not true. He's the worst enemy in the first act of the game. So I'm supposed to have a grapple here, but I don't have a grapple here. What I do have instead is CALs. Now, the main mechanic of this game is shells. Shells are going to let me roll around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. I am extremely hip, and that is a current reference. We're coming up on the next boss here, and by next boss, I do mean next boss skip, because what I'm going to do, I don't like that speed, is I'm going to CAL, and we're going to yeet ourselves past the Polluted Platoon Batfinder before the wall drops, but we do get its absolutely bangin' mini-boss theme. This is the Moon Snail. The Moon Snail is here to teach us the secrets of umami, because this game's magic and skill system is called umami because it's better than your favorite game. There I just unlocked the Shelliportation ability, which is our fast travel. We're going to be coming back to the Moon Snail a couple of times, but first we're going to Shelliport out to Central Shallows. Now this is actually soft lock prevention by the game. It automatically gives you this checkpoint if you don't have any when you come here. So now we're back to the start of the game, and you're supposed to come up to this gate naked, and then go fight a tutorial boss to unlock shells in the world, but because everything is broken, I already have a shell. This is going to put the game in a state where it's a little bit confused about whether or not to load certain things in, and it means that any death from here on out is going to be way more punishing. because certain things just will not respawn. Also, in just a moment, I am going to be inside your walls, specifically this wall. We clip through it in order to skip ever having to talk to the Duchess, because we are almost done with the entire first act of this game. I'm going to finally pick up the grapple ability here. These cards are crushing me. That's fine. That's cool. So now we have a fishing line. I am going to pick up this stowaway over here. It is a special tool that we will actually be selling to get an actual special tool that will help us later. I am once again going to be inside your walls, and this time, because the wall is one piece of geometry, up. Now I'm going to be doing a slightly precise skip here to skip over the Duchess's arena entirely. Nice. Oh, we landed. That's fine. We'll just take this a little bit slow. There's an invisible wall here that I have to navigate around. But with that, we have skipped 3 of the first 3 bosses, the entire first story arc. Nothing makes sense anymore. And Asuka, you've got about a solid 1.5 or 2 minutes to read donations while we move on to the hub city.
Done. We are inching ever closer, not only to that IRL crab rave, we are a third of the way there, but we are inching ever closer to $110,000. So chat, let's get this going. Do not sit on this. We need to get this done before the end of the run. Steph Infection donated $100 and said, nobody ever donated to my IRL lesbian crab raves, but I'm the bigger person here. So thank you, Steph, for that awesome donation. We also have Dragon_Nix with $25 saying, quick, good luck on the run from both me and Herm. Crab rave! $50 from Sail Quaza. I love it. Crab's Treasure, aka Crab Shoals, Sheldon Ring,
True.
Shikiro, Shallows Dive Twice, Lies
True.
of Sea, Bloodborne, etc. I love all of those, and those now live rent-free in my head. Thank you so much, Sail Quaza. 3Pop donated $25 and says, Quacksilver and Allison and Asuka, 3 of my greatest aspirations in the FF community. I simply must donate. Love you all. Less than 3. Aw, thank you, 3Pup. Love you, 3Pup. Fly on the Wall donated $125 and simply said, let's see if this comes over the mic. I'm sure that meant that they wanted the IRL crab rave, 100%.
I'm sure that's what that was too. I'm going to pick back up here as we have entered New Carcinia for our Act 2. So right now what is happening is we are hunting down our shell. As soon as I mash through this cutscene, what I'm going to be doing is there's a secret menu beneath my menu that only exists on this patch of the game and in this city. Great. So now I've just talked to one of the 4 NPCs that I need to talk to for this little mini quest. I'm also going to be coming around here in order to pick up a couple more stowaways, because we're going to be selling them in just a moment here. Of the 4 NPCs that I need to talk to, one I just dealt with. This is a cool little rail grind. One I just dealt with. One we're going to also be upgrading our weapon at. There was an upgrade material that I picked up in Reef's Edge. But we don't need to worry about that now. So this is the single fork upgrade I'm going to be getting for the entire run. And then we're going to get over here to Nema, who's sort of like our surrogate mother in this game. She's amazing. Her hair is an orange peel. We don't have time to fawn over her. We're going fast. I am going to sell all of my stowaways, and then I'm going to buy a very important stowaway, which is the Razor Blade. Now, the Razor Blade is actually a damage reduction, but we don't equip it for combat. We do equip it because it increases Krill's attack speed, and that makes his cows go Noom. That's a technical speedrunning term. Noom. So in just a second here, we are going to be coming up on the major cutscene called Trash Day. We will be skipping it, so I can't possibly explain it to you all, but play this video game. What else do I need to talk about? In the Trash Day cutscene, what is going to happen is that a cereal box is going to descend from the sky and catapult the plot into Act 2. We need to find 3 map pieces in order to progress the main story. We will be completing those map pieces in the order 3, then 1, then the boss after the map pieces, and then 2. Hope this helps. So, in just a second, I am going to be attempting a quick kill on our 3rd map piece. Next, boss, you get it. You're with me. You're all great. I love each and every one of you in chat. I will need focus for a second here because we are going to need an audio cue, and it is slightly dependent on my computer's lag. So if I biff this on try 1, we're going to have some great spots for donations. But give me 1 second here. Nice. Okay, that's Pagaris. Bye, Pagaris.
GG.
So the way that works is we position ourselves in a specific spot and wait for a cue to put our hazard respawn underneath where Pagaris is going to crawl to, which lets us push him up off of us and into the void. But now we're just doing some movement for a while. So, Asuka, back to you.
Absolutely. 40% of the way there. We are at $1,400 of $3,500. We have to get this done before Quack finishes schmooving and grooving through this. We have $25 from Bardic Feline, who says, crab, 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 hand, frightened, hand, rave, lesbian, rave, crab. Thank you. I think I got that right. Thank you so much, Bardic Feline. We also have $100 from username equals pants, who says, man, this is shrimply a fantastic run, isn't it? It's making me eel so many emotions. But what is missing? The krill of the dance. Let's go, chat. Get those donations in. This run will be done, Janice, before you snow it. Oh, puns. I love it.
The amazing thing about this is you cannot possibly make a single underwater themed pun that the devs of this game have not already made at some place in this game. Yes, they did include an attack the giant enemy crab's weak point for massive damage tooltip. Did I mention this game is better than your fave? Anyway, there's technically a mini boss skip that I'm doing right here. Oh, maybe we're backing it up. 1 second. Hold, please. There's technically a mini boss skip here, but honestly, this was a mini boss skip that we found all the way back in the demo that I've genuinely forgotten what this boss's name is. That's not actually true, but we have fun here. This geometry is a little bit jank. Coming up in just a second, we're going to meet one of the NPCs of all time. His name is Firth. Remember Firth for later. I am going to be tagging in here and going back to visit the moon snail because it is time to pick up our next set of skills. There is a very important skill that we're going to be grabbing here, which is called spearfishing, which is the ability to grapple enemies to krill, including bosses, if you win at a fishing minigame. Yes, they put a fishing minigame in this game. Of course they did. The next boss is in about a minute, but Asuka, tell me about crabitalism. Where are we with that?
You are currently becoming a krillionaire.
No way.
You are becoming a krillionaire. So for those of you that are fans of speedruns and actually doing speedrunny things, you have to reject crabitalism. Or, you know what? If you want to make Quack take a quick breather, have Quack become a krillionaire. Again, exclamation point donate. Make sure you select the incentive or bid war of your choosing. We don't want to leave any of those hanging.
One more.
All right. We have, speaking of business and whatnot, 3Pup also donated $5 and said, also, Quack, about that business earlier, we're still cool, right?
Yes, shout-outs, by the way, to Satan herself, who covered my hosting shift when 3Pup killed me with a donation, but actually I had tech issues. The host fam, including you, Asuka, absolutely world-class. Shout-outs to the host fam. I do have to focus. Okay, this is the first really, truly sweaty part of the run. Okay, the boss fight didn't start. That's good. So that's Hykeia right there. Please. We might be steering. We might be steering just a little bit.
So yeah, this is not how the fight usually tries to go. This was the old strategy.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna return to title, and we're going to do this again. I will need to back up to refresh my red solo cup. The problem is, because of the weird state the game has been put in, my shell does not respawn on me when I die, so I need about 30 seconds to fix this. Asuka, tell the people what's good.
This is called making sure we have enough time to hit that donation incentive. We are 41% of the way there. Let's get that done, chat, exclamation point, donate. Dragon Nix absolutely wants to see that with another $10. It says, Quack, I had to donate another time just to ask, how many Red Bulls have you had today? I hope they get you the final boss.
The Dr. Pepper number will be disclosed at a later date.
Oh, but also, Allie, happy there for moral support. Shout out to both Quack and Allison, because y'all are absolutely amazing, and I love you dearly. And can we get some GDQ crabs in chat?
Come on, sir. Turn around.
Going there.
Thank you.
You're also getting super close to $110,000, chat. Let's get this hit.
There we go. All right, that's IKEA. We pulled him off a cliff. This will be our map piece 1.
And we're going to be doing some upgrading too.
So true, Allie. Thank you. Fun fact, in my practice runs, including more recently than I am comfortable admitting, I forgot to level up at this moon snail shell, and we had to do microplastic level 1 strats for the upcoming boss, which is a cycles boss. Also, yes, the currency in this game is called microplastics. It's better than your fave. This is map piece number 1, and by that I mean map piece number 2. Speaking of cycle bosses and scary parts, we are coming up on the probably rudest boss of the run, save the final boss. Although, knowing this game, it's going to choose a new boss this time to troll me. I guess Hykeo wasn't exactly chill. But so, Allie, I am going to kick it to you. Tell the people about Scuttleport and Voltai.
Well, real quick before that, don't forget there are some dangerous save and quits here that you need to be careful about. So this is Voltai and Scuttleport. So Scuttleport is a nice little bridge area. There's a few different ways actually to get to the boss from here. One way that we do in a more risky sense would be involving deloading a big part of the level and just sneaking into the boss arena from the side. It's very strange and very weird.
And very lag dependent.
Yeah, it's very cool, but it's just not worth going for in a no reset setting, as you know, marathon runs typically are. So here we're going to just clip our way out of bounds with that shell, and there's a bunch of invisible walls. We can do this all over the place, and now we're going to be going all the way across the map to start our climb up to the boss. Voltai is an interesting one. She's a cycle-based boss, and we're going to we have a very specific strategy for how to fight her. She's fairly scripted. We want to make sure we get health down to a certain percentage, about 50%. Just if you go too much or too little, it's a bad time either way.
Yes. And in the middle of this boss fight, there is going to be a brief auto-scroller section while Voltai careens across the screen. Chat, I will need your shocked Pikachu or general shocked emotes for that time. It will become extremely apparent in just a little bit. Back to you, Allie.
And yeah, so this is going to be pretty simple. The biggest thing here is we're going to be using this red solo cup that we've been rolling around in. This actually gives a triple damage buff, and we're going to be using that all throughout the run. This is our damage. This is how we can do so many things with so little level. And so the big thing right here is that we're going to be constantly saving and trying to do things in a specific pattern. So we're going to get right...
Not sure if we got that. We'll see.
We'll see.
We got the first cycle. I'm going to put the camera as close as I can. And Oscar, how about a quick donation? But shocked faces incoming.
All right, well, we have $50/microplastics from Lost Lemon, who says, good luck and shuck 'em up. Let's host a crab rave. We are 43% of the way done, chat. We need your help. Make sure you ! donate and get this crab rave rockin'. Raving? Rockin'? Close enough.
All right, so now for phase 2, it's going to be pretty much the same thing all over again. We're going to try to do the same pattern. There is a lot of different ways this fight can go. It's not too RNG heavy, but we're going to see how much... ideally, we got the right amount of health done, so it should just be going right back here to the first spot. There's 4 different spots where they can go.
We might be steering.
Oh.
Maybe. Nope, my buff ran out. Okay, so there is... don't dive into the boss, Krill. There is a 1 in 3 chance that I am in a whole lot of trouble right now. We will find out together. Wait, is she at router right now? She's at router right now. We're chilling. We're so back. Cool, so basically, there are 3 other implements that we're not even supposed to see, but... what we did was accidentally damage a little bit too bizarrely, and so she's going to another one. The Electric one is really hard to deal with because it stuns Krill, but we're fine. We're so fine. Voltai's great. We are coming close-ish to the end of the Crabitalism bid war. I would say probably about 5 minutes on that, assuming I play the game well, and about 6 or 7 minutes on that if I don't.
And there's about $25 between becoming a Krillionaire and rejecting Crabitalism. And right now, we are Oh, I lied. There is a 40-cent difference between the two. And right now, you are rejecting Crabitalism.
Did you aggro
Let's
the steamroller?
Yup, we got him. Okay,
cool.
So we get the cool mini-boss music one more time while I make my way to map piece 2. And then the Scuttling Sludge Steamroller is going to obligingly fall into a pit here. You may have noticed a theme. I'm going to actually hold a second to make sure he does. Yep, okay. So, if you saw the SGDQ run of this, you will know that the final boss of this video game can be a little bit of a, how do I say this politely, muscle shucker. So we are going to be taking 2 incredibly important safeties. The first one is that another crab stowaway that I just picked up. That it consumes itself to revive Krill once upon death. Hopefully I'm not going to need it, but it's always nice to have. I am also going to be getting exactly 2 levels of HP at this next moon snail, which is going to stop specifically the fastest unreactable attack from doing literally 100% of my HP. It will leave me at 2 health from full instead.
And that was the plastic check you needed?
This is the plastic check I needed. 1065, we are chillin'. We are krillin', as they say. Okay, so
Like
I am
villain.
going... I am going back to the moon snail for the final time. It is finally time to pick up the actual best skill in the game, which is the parry. I love the parry because it's a Smash Bros. Parry. It's release block to parry, which I think is awesome, but every Souls-like runner hates. See, irritating men. Anyway, we are now... I also picked up aggravation and self-repair, which in combo gives me a small damage buff when I block, and then lets me... get all of the shell health that I lost back if I attack back quickly enough. Here, I am going to get rid of my shell. Didn't walk far enough away, that's fine. I'm going to get rid of my shell, and we're going to mash through some story while I deliver all of the map pieces. So, Asuka, how's the incentive?
Right now, in terms of rejecting Crabitalism and becoming a Krillionaire, you are still rejecting Crabitalism. But that said, chat, listen up very closely. We need just under $2,000 before the end of the run. And you see how fast Quack is running through this? We do not have time. Make sure you go !donate in chat. Put your money towards that incentive because I want to see that crab rave. I know Quack wants to see it. I know Allison wants to see it. So please make sure you are getting that donation. We are running out of time so fast.
Yep, it could be 10 minutes out if we really game, and it's not something we can go back for if we miss it, because the game puts you in a place where you can't save. So get those donations in. This is the most emotionally devastating cutscene of the first half of the run that I just skipped. It's fine, play the game. Anyway, it's an especially emotionally devastating cutscene if you have strong opinions about your complicity in capitalism. You know, just like casual fun things. The neat thing about this game is that AgroCrab's prior game to this one, Going Under, had the player literally blowing up effectively Amazon HQ in a video game in its final act, and it was still too subtle for some gamers. So we're here. Anyway, coming up on Roland, which is our next boss, I'm going to, of course, cheat my way to the entrance, and then the fight is actually not super bad, although there is an attack that he can throw out, the underwater foul dance, that will just basically kill me dead. What's important is that at the end of this run, I am trying to hit a frame-perfect die instantly. So that's going to be a little bit sweaty. If we get it, I will pop off. If I don't, there's a lot of time for donations. But I'm going to focus up here for a sec. Oh, you're being rude. This roly-poly attack is mostly just annoying because Roland, yeah, like, bugs out a little bit. Oh, come on. Don't do the waterfowl. All right, we should be cooking here. Yeah, okay. Nah, we missed it. That's okay. Unfortunately, I am depressed. This means instead of skipping my depression, we are going to have to cure it. So, Asuka, you have about 2 minutes uninterrupted while we auto-scroll here to read donations, at which point I will need the Reject versus Krillionaire bid war closed.
Done and done. Chat, first off, I want to see a $5 crab train right now because we are so close to getting to the point where we need to get that crab rave, the IRL lesbian crab rave, put into place. But make sure you donate towards that specific incentive. Otherwise, we are going to be sad IRL lesbians. $10 in terms of the Reject Capitalism versus Killionaire. $10.40 from Sawayoshi, who says, from one Fatal Souls-like runner to another, I am all claws for Duck Soul Sheldon Ring. Also, first time donating to a great cause, the Malala Fund. Less than 3. Go Quack, go Fatals, and Reject Capitalism. Also, we have $25 from Totally Mike. Donate microplastics to Malala Fund. Rejecting Capitalism and a lesbian crab rave come in. Agreed. Thank you so much for that wonderful donation. Great name coming up. Bodie McBoat Sub donated $10 and said, needing to grab an opportunity to celebrate Quack's amazing run. Thanks for making my casual runs look so slow. Smiley face. Thank you so much.
That is my little brother. I fucking love you.
Shout out to Quack's little brother. We have $5 from Tempest Mask 1000, who says, so proud to have experienced this game, both through Quacksilver and my casual experience. This speedrun rules. And I also want to shout out Quack's amazing community charity bounty challenge, as well as that raised money for Trans Lifeline. Best of luck, Quack, and be sure to dunk Firth. He knows what he did. GG's, thank you so much for that. We are at 46%. We still need $1,800 to get that IRL lesbian crab rave. We do not want to miss this, chat. Do it for the lesbians. I want to see that lesbian crab rave.
The IRL lesbian in question is sitting just off camera right now, and she will be very sad.
And I already see those $5 donation train choo-choos coming in. We have Dragon X who has donated $5 with the comment of choo-choo. I agree. Let's get that crab train going. We have $25 from Guy Old Joy, who says, embrace carcinization, become as crab, with crab emoji.
All right, I do need the bid war.
All right, so you are rejecting crabitalism.
Let's go. Thank you so much, everyone who donated to make that happen. That is actually the save frames option, so I'm not going to be picking up this $100 bill that's right here, but I am going to take advantage of the socialized healthcare that is right next to it. Anyway, we are now in the Unfathom, which is dark and scary, and I do not like it, and I did just whiff that jump, but that's fine. But it is also pretty much movement until we come across the next shell, so Asuka, you can keep things coming. About 10 minutes, probably a little less at this point, to the IRL lesbian crab rave cutoff, just so y'all know.
Chat, we need to get moving and grooving with that crab train. We have $10 from Professor Birch, who bought 2 tickets to the crab train and said, hi, Quack, I have no doubt you're going to krill it and get it first try. But if you do, I may finally learn the run for this game, possibly. Anyway, reject crabalism. Do it. Thank you so much for that.
Speedrun this game.
Also, a $10, 10 tickets, $50 to the crab train from Anonymous, who says, crab rave, crab rave. Agreed. Thank you so much. Miranda donating $10, said first time donation. Let's have an lesbian crab rave. Less than 3. I agree. We just passed halfway, chat. I know we can do this. Let's get that IRL lesbian crab rave. $25, 5 tickets to the crab train from Anonymous, who says crab, 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 crab. Thank you so much for that. We also have go on.
Go for it. You got one more.
All right, awesome. $50 from Carvallis Wolf, who says, my wife says I really want to see a crab rave. Agreed. We are getting so close that we still need $1,600. Chat, I know we can do this.
I believe in all of you. I do just want to take a second to shout out that this enemy that I'm zooming past is, of course, the Silence brand laser crab. This game is incredible. Anyway, we are coming up on our next boss, if I do not get owned by lasers here. we're coming up on our next boss. Basically, what's going to happen is we didn't actually kill Roland when we punched him in the head a few moments ago, but we did knock him down here into effectively the underworld. And Roland is actually going to be finished off unceremoniously by his second in command in a cutscene in a second, because CEOs do not get to be martyrs. Anyway, I also don't have time to fight said second in command, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip out of the arena instead of fighting Inkerton. What we are going to do here is we are going to enter the fight, and then I'm going to wedge Krill's shell into a very particular part of the arena geometry.
But while you wedge your shell into that very particular geometry, Sockpus wanted to donate $30 in giant caps that says crab. And chat, we are moving $1,500, and we just passed $110,000 from a Lolathon fund. But we are so close on time, chat. I know we can do this. We have to push for that IRL lesbian crab rave.
There. God, it's the unfortunate thing about missing Depression Skip is that it is harder to do that clip with the Party Popper than it is to do it with the red Solo Cup. So now we are in absolutely the important part of Act 3. This is that moment in every Souls-like where you go down a long elevator ride and the secret magic at the heart of the world is explained to you. But as usual, I do not have time for that. So instead, I'm going to run at a wall in a very particular way. What we're going to do is I'm going to try and get on some out-of-bounds geometry here. This may take 1 or 2 tries, but it is actually the only productive use of the running attack, nice, that I got on my way to getting spearfishing, is that exact moment. But now we're nice and out of bounds. And don't fall off, thank you, Krill. And now we're extra out of bounds, and the final area before Crab Rave is loaded in below me.
All right, in that case,
we just need... Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to keep pushing for this Crab Rave because I want to see it happen. We have so many tickets to the Crab Rave train, but we need to get that hit right now, chat. $10 from Solid Gold Skeleton who says, Crab Rave, Crab Rave. $35 from Adora Bibble who says, less than 3. Let's go lesbians. Less than 3. Thank you so much, you two. $50 from It's Harold who says, chew, chew. Thank you so much for that. Evie Nix has donated $25 saying, I don't know what a lesbian crab rave entails, but I definitely want to know, chat. You don't want to miss this. We are 60% of the way there. We can do it, but we need to push this now. I don't want to miss the crab rave. You don't want to miss the crab rave. Exclamation point donate. Get your donations in right now.
I will say a little bit more context about that rave. The lesbians are me and my partner, and one of us has a glockenspiel, the other has a krill plushie. That's all I'll say for now.
Also worth pointing out here, there are some danger saving quits, so we are going to be
pretty
careful with some of these, some of this movement.
My hero. These Tide Pod crabs are no joke. They also one-shot you without the safety health. Literally all of their attacks, and they have like 4 of them. That's one of them, the one you don't want to see. So I'm going to save and quit to reset aggro here. And then we are moving and grooving, but there is one spicy trick and one not spicy trick at all before the crab rave. So push, push, push. If you want to see what the instruments are for.
It's moving. We are at 2,200 of 3,500, chat. We need to get this done. Tart of Darkness agrees with $25 and says, you get lesbian crab rave. You get lesbian crab rave. Everybody gets a lesbian crab rave. And for the record, I did do the arm motions while I said that. It is that important we hit this lesbian crab rave. Thank you so much for that. BD has donated $50. Says, Quack, you are crushing this Bone Giz game. Let's bring it home and host this rave. Caffeinated Composer donated $5 and said, shuck it, I can't not donate during Quack's run. And as an IRL lesbian myself, agreed. And chat, we are now at $3,100. We are so close. We're at $289 to get this. We are so close. Keep pushing. Let's do it for crabs. Let's do it for
let's go lesbians.
Let's go
I whiff
lesbians.
These cows. Let's go lesbians. The combined energy of all of the lesbians is throwing me off my frame timing. This is amazing.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. at the same time.
I believe, chat.
All right, Winter donated $50 and said, if we don't get this lesbian crab rave, then we're all going to have to learn how to do a depression skip. Agreed. We are at 3,300 out of 3,500, chat. We are so close. Aura donated $400 with a comment. Rave, 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 rave. Thank you so much for that. We also had a $500 anonymous donation with no comment. 100% awesome. Thank you so much for that. Miranda,
Let's go, lesbians.
now. Let's go, lesbians. Miranda, but Crab now, has donated $5 with a comment. Crab, crab, crab. Thank you so much for that crab donation. Anonymous also donated $25, and I don't even know what a crab is. Anyway.
All right, real quick here before we keep going. We are coming up on the close, assuming I hit this trick. It is a precise lineup. Okay, it's almost time. I would say like 30 seconds.
We need $114 right now. No, we need $89 right now, chat. Exclamation point, donate. Let's get that right. Oh, we are down to $14, chat. We are going so fast, so quickly.
One more cutscene. If you like kissing girls, now is the time.
$9 away. Get those microplastics out and donate for the IRL Crab Rave. We have $25 from Rab Craver, who says, how can this be my favorite game when this is already my favorite game? Oh boy. Quack, you are curling it. Let's cloud a victory and see some lesbians rave crabbily.
The time is now.
Chat, we have just broken $3,500 and we are getting an IRL lesbian crab rave.
Let's go, lesbian. So I'm going to skip this boss real quick. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Thank you. Okay. So, this is an Easter egg in the game that the devs put in the literal final area of the game. I cannot understate how much they slow-rolled this, and I would like to take a moment and invite some very special guests to the stage to share in this with me.
In that case, I will read a quick donation. Thank you to Mika from $25 said, gotta do it for the crab rave. Love you, Quack. Thank you all so much for that. The absolute push. You are all amazing, and I love you. We have done it for crabs, and we have done it for lesbian crabs. Oh my god, those glasses, Quack. Ah!
Dance emotes out! I regret nothing. Thank you so much, everyone who donated to see this crab rave happen. Thank you so much to my IRL lesbian and partner, Soctopus, for engaging with this absolutely unhinged idea. And now we just have the final bosses. I would also like to briefly shout out, I got these from the Yeti. What you're going to do is you're going to log on to their website. You're not going to buy these today. You're going to buy Frame Fatale's merch instead because it still can support Malalafon. And then tomorrow, you're going to come back and get some ACT swag. Anyway, now we have the final bosses of the run.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to mute myself because I was IRL dying over here. That was beautiful.
Okay, now we focus the shuck up. Okay, here we go. Allie, tell the people about Priya.
Oh, so this is going to be the penultimate boss up here. This is Priya and Dubia, the revengeful god, the personification of the collective rage and pain in the entire ocean for the folly of humanity. Also, she's a cool jellyfish. Priya is the reason we down patched, because on the later patches, she has about 3 times the health, and we cannot one cycle her at all. It's a very easy fight on this patch comparatively, so that's why we're on this patch primarily, outside of a few other skips and stuff. So to get her down, we actually need to take care of all the little crabs on the ground. And we also want to make sure we're finishing the first phase while buffed. The buff is going to be very important for a glitch that's going to be happening during the final boss. And let's see.
This could be a problem. No, we're fine. Okay. Don't love that I used a crab there, but we should be chill.
So now we're in phase 2. Right now it's just pure survival. Priya can get hurt by her own attacks, but the risk it takes to try to make these lasers hit her or have the various explosive orbs hit her, yeah, we don't really want to deal with that because each of these hits almost kills us. And we've already used our one of our extra lives. We have another crabs that we have that are useful, but right now we already used up one. We want to save one for the final boss. And we're just trying to survive. If you see her health is ticking down very slowly. So as long as we can keep surviving and keep going through, we're doing great. And yeah.
I think that's about it on this. Oscar, close us down.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Give some love for everyone that got that IRL crab rave going on. Beckett's Regrets donated $25. It said, boots and crabs and boots and crabs. That brought back so many memories just now. D-Shuff donated 5 microplastics with the I'm here for the lesbian crab rave. I hope you enjoyed it because I definitely did. Nix with $25 says, shuck it for lesbians. And can we get some lesbians and crabs in chat? Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. B donated $5 and says, crabs, crabs, crabs. Thank you for that. Also, Snatchy Snatch donated 25 microplastics themselves with lesbians as the comment. Thank you so much for that. Again, y'all.
Let's go lesbians.
All of you are absolutely amazing.
Final boss time.
To the final boss. This is Firth. If you want to understand why he's the final boss and everything like that, just play the game. It's a good game.
Yeah, the only thing worse than the personification of environmental rage is one tech bro who thinks he knows how to fix it.
Exactly. Yeah, so this boss fight's a real troll. This is actually one of the interesting ones because it's kind of a mirror match. Unlike any other boss in the game, they're the same size as us. They have their own shell that they can dodge in. If you try to hit that, it'll deal a bunch of damage to you. They have these very brutal combos, but for the most part, for phase 1, the first half of it is almost entirely just a mirror. Now we got to the point where there's the giant sword attack, for lack of a better term, and we're just kind of waiting for that to get thrown out.
Okay, no, we're fine. What happened there was, so the glitch we set up at the end of Priya involves basically tricking the game into never ending your charge attack. Unfortunately, sometimes it sticks a charge attack hitbox to your block, which is fine. It just means I don't have the double hit glitch. So we're gonna do first the honest way.
Yeah, so there is a double hit glitch that we were trying to set up at the end of the fight. It's really weird for why it happens. We don't really know. But not a big deal. It makes the fight a lot easier. But this boss specifically, if you were watching SGDQ, it is a mess. This boss is just a huge spike in difficulty, especially for the levels and stuff we're at. that bonus health was important because there's just so many things that can just one-shot us, but including one of these attack combos can just get you out of pretty much nowhere from full health. So the 2 extra levels of health is going to help a ton here. So this phase is a lot easier once they do these attacks are much easier. Yeah, you get to do a parry and get...
All right, phase 2.
Yeah. We're getting on to phase 2 now. Phase 2 is a bit more difficult. It's just... We're just going to try to focus up and make sure we don't get hit. There's some cyclones we want to hit. There's some parries we're going to want to hit to get some damage in. And it's really not too bad. But yeah, there's a lot of runs. For me, I still have struggled to beat this in a like optimal run setting myself. So it's just like, that's tricky. There's also that grab that is a command grab that if they hit you with it, it will
oh, that missed.
probably just kill you from anywhere. And yeah, now there's going to be cyclones being spawned at every third of health, approximately. And yeah, those can also deal a bunch of damage and really mess up where you're at. There's also all these different shells in the ground, and you have to be careful about that because if you walk into them, or Birth might walk into them, and they might get stuck in the geometry of them. It is... oh, there's a perfect example of that.
Get out of here.
And there we go.
Never any doubt. Time is coming up. Basically, we punch Firth and by extension Crabitalism in its stupid head, and then we still don't have our shell back because Crabitalism marches ever onwards. So despite the environment still being kind of in shambles, and despite Firth still being a bootlicker, we are going to at least get our shell back and then give it away. Spoilers for another Crab's Treasure. This is my favorite game on the planet. I want nothing more than for you to come play it and speedrun it. Time is going to be in as soon as I remember that I can auto-mash through these, and as soon as I put my shell back on here, that's not where Piranha is. Time. Real quickly, as things are wrapping down, I want to say, well, first, Allie, shout yourself out.
Thanks. Well, thank you so much for having me run indie games. This game is a blast. It's a great time. I definitely recommend it. If you want to see more of me, I stream over at twitch.tv/Allison8bit. I'm on socials at Allison8bit as well. Feel free to check me out. I do all kinds of variety stuff, mostly indie stuff, but all sorts of things.
I've been Quack. You can find me on the internet. That's not important. I want to say shout out to Park and Harbor, Delphara, Allison 8-Bit, Lost Lemon, Zonkmaster, and every women and TGNC person who has ever run a Souls-like. You are my favorite person on the planet. This week marks 3 years for me on hormones, and I could not think of a better way to spend it than with all of you doing this. And of course, thank you to Soxopos, my partner, for being content on the internet and for everything. You rock. We're gonna do some amazing things. We still have more marathon. It's completely ridiculous. Talkatoo is going to be legendary, so let's get on with it.